So that 8 times table is 8, 16, 24, 32. Right. Hello, welcome to question time. Not with David Dimbleby, but with me, TM Cycles. Email was received a couple of days ago by a guy called Josh Crane. Hello, Josh. Hello, I'm 18, he weighs 120 pounds, he's heading to uni soon, and he's fed up of being a small guy. I feel you, home dog. He's no set goal, but he wants to increase muscle mass. Should he take whey protein after training? And he's attached a training routine by Muscle and Fitness or bodybuilding, one of them shitty ones anyway. So today's video is bulking for beginners. We'll cover it in 3 topics. Just received a email message from L. Domino's London Sid Cup. Get pizza for £1 when you buy another. I want to try and keep this under 5 minutes. We'll cover it in 3 sections: supplementation, training and diet. Can you get big without supplementation? Of course you can. Supplementation such as fat burners, test boosters, they're just not needed. Test boosters do not work, period. They may increase your test levels by 40%, the aspartic acid being the main ingredient there, but that is not enough to increase overall muscle mass. When we talk about bulking up, we hear the word weight gainers pop up quite a lot, and they are incredibly misused. I do recommend them, but if they're used correctly. For example, if people start looking at the calorie content on, say, a bag of serious mass, 1,250 calories, in their head they go, tell you what, I'm going to scrap off dinner and I'll have that shake. By all means, if you hit your calorie intake at the end of the day without a weight gainer, then well done. But sometimes some people have got quite a small appetite, therefore they need a weight gainer. Good weight gainers on the market. Personal favourite of mine, Optimum Nutrition Serious Mass. Very high calorie weight gainer, low fat, low sugar. A second alternative that I've used previously and very much enjoy is the BSN 1200. Very similar calorie content. The only difference being the carbohydrate source from serious mass is dextrose and the carbohydrate source in true mass is through oats. Another big supplementation when used when bulking is creatine. Generally, creatine is put in a weight gainer and I recommend 5 grams per day, every day. There's no need to cycle off it, it's not gear. Can you load creatine? Yes, you can, but studies show the 20 gram loading phase and the 5 gram phase, there's no difference in terms of strength or overall endurance anyway. What I've been doing recently, instead of buying an overall weight gainer, is making my own weight gainer. So I'll get some CNP Pro Fuel or some dextrose that you can buy off My Protein and adding in a protein source. I'm out of this at the moment, but my choice of whey protein is BSN Synthesix Edge. Another good protein source is Optimum Nutrition 100% Gold Standard Whey. That is supplementation covered. On to diet. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I've got an ebook PDF document coming out soon, and you know, I like them on it, so I'm going to hold back and wait for you lot to buy it. Business proposition. Talk to me. The main concern when bulking is a calorie surplus. That wasn't me farting, that was just my arms. And the big question that people find very hard is calculating their overall macro intake. First things first, you find out your basal metabolic rate. You can use many online calculations. Depending on how accurate they are, Once you've got your BMR, you then times that by your activity level. BMR being basal metabolic rate, the amount of calories that you'd need just to stay sedentary for 24 hours. You times that by your activity level and then you are given a calorie intake. If you're cutting, you usually subtract 15 to 20%. If you're bulking, I like to add around 500 calories on top of that. Once you then have your bulking macros, you then need to split into protein, fat and carbohydrate. Everyone differs, but my approach, I tend to go for a much higher carbohydrate intake and lower fat intake. That way, in my mind, it is more lean towards a leaner bulking phase. As this video is designed for natural athletes, or non-natural, but mainly natural, because we're talking about Josh Crane here. Protein intake, studies have shown, I know not everyone agrees, but at the end of the day, you can't really argue with science, 0.8 grams per pound of body weight is sufficient for a protein intake. From my research and experience with talking to other people, fat intake, 1 gram of fat per kilogram of body weight, and the rest, carbs, my friend. Carbohydrate sources, very simple. Pastas, rices, jack potatoes, sweet potatoes, chips, preferably oven chips, 5% fat. More sort of sugary carbohydrates like cereal, I would usually have pre-workout. 2 things we're looking at when we're bulking is strength and obviously an increase in muscle size. I thought the age-old more reps equals more toned and less reps is more bulky. I heard a trainer at my gym yesterday say, "Hi class, we're doing the endurance today. We're going to be doing 8 to 10 reps because that is endurance training." Last time I checked, when Mo Farah won the Olympics for the endurance race, he didn't get a gold medal for doing 8 to 10 reps. So training when bulking, you're looking at entering some form of strength training phase. 5x5 being the most prominent source of strength training that there is. So you choose your compounds such as your bench press, your deadlift, your OHP and your squat. It's very, very good when on a bulking phase to record all of your lifts. Recently bought a book and was surprised how small it is. Thought it was going to be a lot bigger, but this is a training and nutrition logbook, and in here it will list your calories you've had for the day and meals and your exercises, weight and reps. Another good form of training is Y3T, where it's spread across 3 weeks. Week 1 will be 5 to 8 reps, week 2 hypertrophy 10 to 12, and week 3 more higher volume training anywhere between 20 to 25 reps. I feel that I have covered briefly the topics and the main points about bulking. Hope this video has been under 5 minutes. I'm off to go and sit in the garden because it's still very hot in England. It's September. To Margate this weekend, see the in-laws. So I shall see you on Sunday. Joe Wicks's head is just appearing out the corner of my eye, and I wanted to touch upon meal ideas for when you are bulking. I'm in nowhere endorsing him at all. I'm not getting paid for this. Wish I was getting paid. This geezer's on $1 million a month. $1 million a month, and he was on Celebrity Juice the other day. As you know, I can't stand chicken, rice and broccoli, so if you want to zhuzh up your food life, then I very much suggest getting Joe Wick's Lean in 15. I had this the other day, it's very nice. Me and Elle's favourite is that had that the other night as well. That's good. Easy peasy paella. And my personal favourite, oh my god, prawn and linguine courgette. Thank you for watching. Take care.